In the heart of Florida's Treasure Coast, where the sun paints the sky in hues of orange and pink, a group of African-American artists dared to dream beyond the constraints of their time. They were called the Highwaymen, and among them was a man whose brush captured the soul of Florida's wild beauty, Sam Newton. This is the story of an artist who carved his own path, not just as a highwayman, but as a visionary who brought Florida's landscapes to life. Join us as we explore Sam Newton's journey, his early beginnings, his bonds with fellow artists, his role in a groundbreaking movement, and the legacy he leaves behind. Welcome to Highwaymen Social, where every painting tells a story and every story paints a picture. Sam Newton was born in 1948 in Tifton, Georgia, a small town where life moved at the pace of the seasons. Growing up in a large family, Sam was one of three brothers, Harold, Lemuel, and himself, who would later leave an indelible mark on the art world. As a child, Sam was curious, energetic, and drawn to the world around him. The rolling fields and quiet beauty of Georgia sparked something in him, a seed of creativity that would bloom in unexpected ways. In his early teens, Sam's life took a pivotal turn. He left Tifton to join his older brother Harold in Gifford, Florida, a historic African-American community near Vero Beach. Gifford in the 1960s was a place where dreams often clashed with the harsh realities of segregation. But it was also where Sam found his calling. Enrolled at Gifford High School, he began to explore art, watching his brother Harold, already a talented painter, create vivid landscapes that captured Florida's untamed spirit.
Take his time and paint, and he was a very good artist. I think his drinking done a lot of damage to him, but overall Harold was a good person.
It was just art, and he loved it, and that was it. It was a day of work. It was a work that he did, and he didn't have to go and pick oranges.
With the knife, he mostly painted with the knife. And then when I started first painting, that's what I painted with the knife.
See, each thing in here, the palette knife, the clouds, all this palette knife, brush, palette knife, this brush, palette knife. He didn't look at anything. Just come just out of his head. Harold didn't use anything. Harold just go to the easel, make his sketch, and he come up with some gigantic stuff.
Sam was a quick learner, soaking up techniques like a sponge. Harold's studio became his classroom, where he experimented with brushes, palette knives, and the vibrant colors of house paint on Epsom board, a cheap material that would become a hallmark of the Highwaymen's work. Even as a teenager, Sam's talent shone through. His friend and fellow artist Rodney Demps once said Sam could fry fish and paint at the same time, and his paintings were superior. That boundless energy and natural skill set him apart, even in those early days. At the heart of Sam Newton's story is his relationship with his older brother, Harold, the man often called the original Highwayman. Harold Newton was a prodigy, a self-taught artist whose landscapes, painted with meticulous care, caught the eye of Beanie Backus, a prominent white artist in Fort Pierce. Harold's success inspired Sam, but their bond went deeper than mentorship. Harold was Sam's guide, his protector, and his biggest influence. While Harold's paintings were precise and deliberate, Sam brought a restless creativity to his work. He learned from Harold's techniques, but added his own flair, favoring rich details and bold colors. Together, they painted scenes of Florida's backcountry, swamps teeming with life, beaches kissed by waves, and sunsets that seemed to glow. Sam once said he and his brother Lemuel wouldn't know nothing about painting if it weren't for Harold. That gratitude shaped Sam's early years, but he was determined to forge his own identity. Beyond his brother, Sam formed connections with other artists like Willie Reagan, Rodney Demps, and Livingston Roberts. They became his companions, sharing tips, laughs, and the open road. They painted fast, sold fast, and lived on the edge of a segregated South, where galleries wouldn't show their work.
One thing I really, think about is the long miles we used to travel, you know, we'd go anywhere selling paintings up and down that highway. We would sell at hotels, we would sell in law offices, doctor's offices. We ran into a lot of discrimination back then, but, you know, after being coached by backers and Afrons, you know, how to deal with, you know, things like that. If you didn't sell anything that day, you start going to different houses, you know, in the community, or, you know, the white community, you go and knock on doors, and some people would slam the door or tell you to wait and call the cops. While you're sitting out there waiting on them to come back, the police ride up, you know. So we had it tough during those days, but we survived.
If a person wasn't interested, hey, there's no sense in me staying there. I got to make money. I go on to the next place.
See, that's a 30 by 24 frame. When I was out selling, they talked pretty good and everything. I'd stay there and I'd talk with them. But if they say something that I didn't thought was right, I would take off.
I think basically how we dealt with the situation was in a positive way, you know, because we was out there to make money. And
Unlike some who embraced the fast painting style to churn out dozens of works a day, Sam took his time, focusing on quality over quantity. That individuality made him a unique figure in the group, even as he shared their mission to bring Florida's beauty to the world. His palette knife strokes brought texture to calm rivers and stormy skies. His colors, deep greens, fiery oranges, and soft blues, captured Florida's essence. He sold his work at places like the Ocean Spray and Minute Maid plants, never letting rejection slow him down. If people didn't buy, Sam once said, I'd just try somewhere else. I didn't get discouraged. Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, the Highwaymen thrived despite economic hardship. Their paintings, sold for as little as $20, became symbols of a Florida that was disappearing, wild, untouched, and full of wonder. Sam's work stood out for its realism, moving beyond the impressionistic style of some highwaymen. He painted not just swamps and beaches, but also scenes of Indian River County's marshes and lakes, places he knew intimately. By the 1990s, the Highwaymen's story began to fade, as public tastes shifted and corporate developments like Disney World changed Florida's landscape. But Sam kept painting undeterred. His reputation grew quietly, with collectors seeking him out for commission works. Even as the movement waned, Sam's commitment to his craft never faltered, setting the stage for a remarkable later career. As the new millennium dawned, Sam Newton's star began to rise again. By 2000, he was a well-established artist, running the Samuel Newton Sr. Art Gallery and Studio in Cocoa, Florida. Unlike some highwaymen who leaned into the group's fame, Sam distanced himself from the label. He wanted to be known simply as Sam Newton, an artist in his own right. I am not a highwayman, he'd say, emphasizing his independence. Sam's later career was marked by a quiet defiance. He continued to paint Florida's landscapes, but with a refined touch, more detailed, more personal. He also became a teacher, passing his techniques to his children and to others eager to learn. His gallery became a gathering place for collectors who prized his work for its craftsmanship and emotional depth. Today, Sam Newton's legacy is an amazing story. His paintings, once sold for pocket change, now fetch thousands at auctions, with collectors cherishing their vibrant colors and connection to a lost Florida. In 2004, he was inducted into the Florida Artists Hall of Fame alongside the other highwaymen, a recognition he accepted reluctantly but deserved fully. His work hangs in private collections and museums, a testament to his resilience and talent. Sam Newton leaves behind more than just art. He leaves a story of perseverance, of an artist who painted not for fame, but for love of the land and the craft. As one of the most sought-after highwaymen, his paintings remind us of a time when a group of dreamers defied the odds, and one man, Sam Newton, painted his own path to immortality. Sam Newton's journey is a beacon of what's possible when talent meets tenacity. Through his brush, Florida's wild heart lives on, inviting us all to see the world through his eyes. Thank you for joining us on Highwaymen Social, and this journey of a life of a true original.